Hello and welcome to the Sunday Preview Rundown. This week, it's time to get a little damp with some wet elves.
Some damp elves indeed. I am a little jealous of some of the things that they get, but you know what? Can't have everything.
Well, let's dive into it.
Oh my god. He did it.
Starting off with the Icon of the Sea. I hate that name. It's just Icon, but with a K instead of a C. Get it? Icon of the Sea. Is that where the sea went? Yeah, anyway. Cool sculpt, though.
Yeah, it's very nice. I don't know why I always like the guys that have like the little fishy friends. Like all the characters look sweet because of that.
Everyone likes fishy friends.
Yeah.
Crabnose was a meme for a reason.
Crap, that's true.
Fishy friends make everything better. If you want more fishy friends, you get Methala, Oracle of the Abyss, not to be confused with Mathalon or whatever his name was.
Yeah. Maybe it's his sister, I don't know.
There's only so many ocean-going names of gods and such that you can steal for your
Yeah.
for your naming conventions.
Again, I do like the fish. I think there's another angle on this that makes these look really cool. But these are like very deep water fish, which is kind of interesting. They haven't really done that before.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, of course,
Yeah.
being Idoneth Deepkin. And, of course, the manifestation. So this is the second time we get an Incarnate. But this one, as far as I understand, is unique to the Deepkin. It's a manifestation, which is, like the Incarnate of Beasts.
Mm-hmm.
This is an Incarnate of the Deep.
Yes, this is the one I'm jealous about. I wish that I could use this in every faction.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting that they finally come out with the second Incarnate, and it's only for one faction.
Yeah.
And again,
It turns out the Beast is a mercenary and everybody else is.
well, this is the only manifestation they get.
Yes, this is instead of their endless spells.
Right, which is an interesting tack. Balancing the Incarnate of Beast was such a nightmare.
Yeah. I understand why it's not universal, but yeah, I'm still jealous.
It is a very cool looking model.
Yeah, the model looks sweet.
And last but not least, we get the Ishiran Soulscryer, kind of bearing the lead there with the most boring one last. He's got lots of fishy friends that he looks like he's kind of sending forth to do his minions.
Yeah, so this
Or
one
to do his bidding.
This one was available in the Spearhead only previously, so it's just like the
Yes.
solo release of that because, we're going to get a new Spearhead. Speaking of,
Yes. The Achelian Tide Guard.
this one has a big monster in it.
Yes. Although he's not that big a monster.
He's not,
Like,
he's
that is
not.
a monster, but that is a cavalry level monster more than a
That's
monster level monster. So what have we got in here? We've got 10 Namarti Weavers. Those are your, foot soldiers.
Yep. The Blind Pale guys.
The Achelian King. Unit of Achelian or Ishlian Guard, and unit of Morsar Guard. So aka sharks and eels. Oh no, that's right, there's both eels.
yeah,
Those
there's
are
two different versions of
flavors of
eels.
eels. So much eels. Obviously, those eels can be built as each other type, depending on what you want.
Right. For Spearhead, there's going to be one of each, but
Right. Yeah, interesting. We'll have to see how they do. I'm not familiar with their current Spearhead. I've never seen anybody play it.
yeah, me either.
And of course, the requisite dice cards and dice
Dice cards
and
and-
war scroll cards and war dice.
Yep. I like the dice. I mean, they're pretty simplistic, being just like kind of bluish clear with blue. Like, they're fine.
Yeah,
Easy
they're
to
fine.
read.
Hey, better than you can say about a lot of dice.
True.
And that's it for models that we see, although there's two other things we want to talk about. One of them, of course, is the upcoming White Dwarf, which most notably has a new combat patrol made up of demons.
Yes.
Between Zinj and Nurgle, which that I find interesting.
Yeah, they only came out with one official combat patrol like box, and that was Khorne for demons. So I'm glad
Right.
that they're kind of expanding that.
Yeah, because that was something that you had pointed out as a Zinj player at the time. That's like, oh, so demons just means corn apparently.
Yeah.
Well, finally they're changing that.
That's good. I mean, they had enough opportunity. I'm glad it finally came out.
And then, of course, the absolute best thing in the entire release today.
The Deathmaster plush. So
Yes.
here's where we go on for 45 minutes about how great this guy is. Yeah, so it is, as a warning, a Games Workshop plush. There have been
Yeah.
good and bad ones of those.
Yeah, and the Tomies, the TOMYs, I'm not sure whether that's a name or an acronym. They've been varying in quality as well. They've been okay.
Yeah.
This one looks like it'll be fine. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about how the quality of that knife is.
Yeah,
Wish it was
it's like,
detachable.
yeah, if it, is it, just say it's detachable?
No.
No, okay, good. Yeah, how, like, well it is on there, how I don't want to say flimsy because it's plush.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the quality, but God, it looks cool.
It is an adorable little plush. I will probably get one unless it's like $50, which it probably will.
It probably will.
In which case I won't get it. Yeah. Never change, GW. Wait, no, please.
No,
change.
please change.
And for Warhammer next week, it says we have, quote unquote, a blood-soaked new reveal. So, corn?
Yeah, I guess
Question mark?
that's the only thing I can really think of. And that's weird because they just showed off the Caradron Overlord stuff, and we haven't gotten that stuff yet.
Right. Yeah. Well, we've got a fair big backlog of things we haven't gotten yet.
We
They've shown
do.
off.
It's there's been a little while where it's like, oh my God, what are we gonna get this week? I don't even know. And now we're like, when is Horus Heresy coming? And they're like, nah, not
right.
yet.
That's the big one. Well, that'll come at the beginning of Q1 for the financial year, which
That's
is
true.
very soon.
That's true.
Because we know when they release, right? It'll probably. My bet is Horus Heresy will go up for pre-order next weekend for a 2-week pre-order, and then that will
for
release in
the first week in July for the financial stuff, and yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But that's all. But that's all it says for next week. So it doesn't even talk about KO. So I'm kind of assuming they're not going to be out yet.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on the big Cathay Wave 2, which had mostly just the dragon and a few other things. And that is it for this Saturday. Not a lot, because, I mean, it is, but I don't know. The Idoneth, it feels like they didn't get a lot of fanfare.
Yeah,
me?
it wasn't. I think maybe, like, Sigmar is, unless it's a, like, full refresh, is not getting as much attention as some of the other stuff. Because, I mean, this should be a big deal. It's got 2 new characters, and then the new manifestation, and it all looks sick, which is more than a normal faction gets.
Yeah, like we did see this at Adepticon, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah,
oh wait,
that was where we first saw it.
No,
or
we didn't.
Am I wrong on
because this was the one where they put out one of the articles for like Sons of Bahamut or something, and these guys were just in the background.
Oh.
And we're like, wait, we haven't seen that model yet. What is that?
Because 2 brand new models, a new manifestation, and a release of a previously locked behind a box model. Like that's more than most factions get.
Yeah, I agree.
During their book, and it's just kind of like, here you go. Like, I don't know anything about what any of these guys do.
No, me either.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
We will.
So that's it from us this Saturday. Let us know below what, if anything, you're excited for. If you are a fishy fish player, maybe you're excited, or maybe you're just kind of like, waiting. And let us know what you think of the Deathmaster plush, because I think it's the best plush they've ever released, but that's because I'm not a Nurgle fan.
That's fair.
And we will see you next Saturday.
Bye-bye.